everybody, it's Christine. Today I'm having to do my videos just a little different because I'm actually at a crafting retreat or scrapbooking retreat for the day. So what I'm showing you there is this is a Scraplift Crafternoon, so that's the layout that we're scrap lifting. I will show that as a picture-in-picture shortly. That is the collection I'm going to use. It's the Photo Play Friendship Collection. I only have a few pieces left, to be honest. I think I have 2 full-size sheets and then a couple scraps, and then this is the picture of my daughter, or pictures of my daughter and her good friend from college. This was in 2017 when her good friend came actually to stay with us for Thanksgiving. So those are the 2 full sheets of paper that I have left, and then I'm showing you basically the scraps I have. And I don't show it here, but I do introduce a full-size piece of black cardstock. And you'll see there, that's where I've already trimmed and actually gutted the black cardstock. And I'm going to use that little green floral as the background paper. And I'm going to mount this on this gutted piece of black cardstock. Normally I wouldn't really gut it, but if I'm honest, I'm at this retreat and I only brought just, limited supplies. And while I doubt I'm going to go through all my black cardstock, I just felt like, it's smart to be a little bit efficient with my supplies. So I am scuffing the edges of the green floral here. And that's going to be my background. In a moment I'll cut over and do the double-sided tape. And I will be attaching it to the black cardstock. Now, this good grief, what am I trying to say? The Scraplift I think it's Crafty Meggy, is that right? Now I feel really bad. I'll show you guys in a second the picture-in-picture. It's her Instagram post. I'm pretty sure it's Crafty Meggy or something like that. I've seen her. I'm on her Instagram. I follow her as well, and she's quite good. I love her stuff. So I was kind of excited when Miss Kimberly chose this one. And you will see links below also for Kimberly and Kristen both. One is I'd rather be scrapbooking, and the other is scrapping on the fly. So make sure you check out those links below. So I'm using the double-sided tape. I'm going to put my green floral background on there, and then I'm going to start building out the little square in the middle. This is actually this layout shouldn't have taken me as long as it did, if I'm 100% honest, but you know how it is when you're at a retreat and you're chit-chatting and all the things. So apologies, you're going to obviously see a little bit of a choppy video too, because I'll start chit-chatting and realize I haven't touched the layout, so I have to cut the video because you don't want to see all that. All right, so in the upper left, you do see the scrap lift. It's, like I said, it's not terribly complicated. I just get to talking and carrying on. It has basically a square with 2 photos. And y'all, I got to confess, I completely forgot the journaling. I make this whole layout and I forget the darn journaling. And I actually even had a little cut apart sheet that I was kind of, in my head I was thinking I was going to use. But it's okay. So what I've done is I did have this nice kind of dark burgundy kind of half-page scrap, if you want to call it a scrap. And I mount the big floral on top of that. And I create my nice little square. And again, I do go ahead and scuff the edges of these pages easily as well. And then I decide, okay, I'm going to mount my photographs on the burgundy paper as well. And then I'll also mount the photographs after I've mounted them on the burgundy. I actually started off cutting them a little bit bigger, and then I got worried they wouldn't fit on my square that I had already cut. So I'll go ahead, I'll cut these, and then I will, again, it's kind of got a little bit bigger mat, because in my head I was thinking I might scuff these, but I don't actually think I end up scuffing these. And I'm going to end up deciding I need a little skinnier mat. So I'm going to scooch them over when I mat them and then trim it just a little bit more. So it ends up with a tiny little mat, because I do want the black as well as a photo mat. And I realize I need to make them just a little bit smaller just so they'll fit nicely. And I do end up putting the right-hand side photo on foam. I think on the scrap lift there, the right hand might be actually underneath the left hand, but that's not what I do. I actually put the right hand on top, and I even kind of make it a little bit wonky. So it's slightly different than the scrap lift, which I think is okay. So here's where I'm trimming those pictures. So funny story. So this is my daughter's real good friend from college. They played soccer together, I believe it was. Yeah, it was soccer, because my daughter switched sports. That's why I'm acting a little bit confused. But Kelsey was a soccer player. And she had come to spend Thanksgiving with us. It was, I think, their sophomore year, as I recall. And it's really funny. The funny story about this is my daughter, she had been kind of messaging with this boy, Kelsey, not my daughter, with this boy that they went to school with, and he actually happened to live near us, the town that we're in. And so she came up here to spend the weekend with us, and he said, well, hey, since you're up here, why don't we go grab dinner or something like that? I don't know exactly what the plans were. And I guess she was a little bit nervous about going, and my daughter's like, you need to go. And so she talks her into going. And so I guess they go on their date. Honestly, we didn't really, I mean, they're 20-something years old, or they're 20 years old. We didn't really get in the middle of any of that. We didn't know much about it, and the child went on a date. Okay, whatever. They end up getting married. It was kind of neat. My daughter talked her into going on this date because she wasn't going to go. And Kelsey they end up getting married actually this last fall. And so that was so sweet. We got to go to the wedding, and good couple. I mean, really good, sweet couple. Obviously they've graduated college and everything by now, and it was just kind of a neat little story. My daughter's like, I get to say I had a part in their getting married, so I thought that was really sweet. But Kelsey's just adorable. She's a sweet girl, beautiful. She's got red hair as well, and we really enjoyed having her. She and my daughter, my husband, they went rock climbing, as I recall. She was real athletic as well, so yeah, they were having a good time. So okay, so I've got got my mats going on here for my little square. And I've got my photos really already matted, and I'm going to start, actually, I think I actually start to glue one down, and then I kind of move it around a little bit, and I realized, no, I want the other one on top. So I'm kind of playing with this, and why I didn't figure this out before. This is when I think this is what I noticed on the sketch, the one was behind the other, and then I decided, no, I don't really want to do it that way. I want mine to be the way I had it, and I'm going to go back to the way I had it. So I decided I'm going to put that one on the right-hand side, and that's when I go, nope, I'm going to do it my way. It's my interpretation of this sketch. And so this is also where I decided I'm going to put some foam tape behind that right hand. Actually, I think I might have already had in my head I was going to put foam tape. It was really just figuring out the placement. And I think that's why I even decided I don't want this behind. I want this on top. So I have to trim my foam tape up just a little bit. I will also comment that, again, since I'm on this retreat here, this crafting thing, this is not my normal desktop. So I'm hopeful it's kind of interesting. I actually told the lady that owns the place, I said, I think your space is better than my space for these videos because it's a little bit easier to see. My top is so dark that sometimes I wonder if you guys can see as well as I'd like. But in the end, I think it's okay. And I think I keep this all on camera. I'm not, like I said, I don't have I have little washi tape markers at home, and I don't have that here. So I'm trying to remember, where the papers end and all that, and hopeful that I'm staying in camera. Okay, so now I'm going to go over to the sticker sheet. This is the embellishment basically that I've got. And in the title here is this fabulous. Now here's where I screw up though. I stick that fabulous right on that photo, and I could not get that up and I was scared I was going to tear it. So I decided just to go ahead and stick my foam tape behind my letters or behind that title without taking it off the picture. So you'll see me kind of come a little bit backwards, if I'm honest, just kind of curling that up and sticking those foam tapes under there. It is what it is. Sometimes you just got to be the last couple of days I've decided I just got to be adaptable. We watched The Martian the other night, not for last. It was Matt Damon. It's where he gets stuck on Mars. It's this NASA, mission. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. Mission, and he gets stuck and everything. And that poor guy, nothing goes right. Everything goes wrong. His potatoes die. All the things. And at the end, he basically says, you just got to solve one problem at a time. And if you solve enough problems, you finally get home. And some days I think you just got to look at stuff like that. You can't get upset. You just have to solve one problem at a time. And so that's a little bit deep for this little scrapbook layout. But you know what? I stuck that darn sticker down there and I go, well, I just got to solve my problem one at a time. So it's all right. Anyway, so I like this title though. And then I find this other little black word phrase, and it says together. So it's like fabulous together. And then in the upper right hand corner on the Scraplift, and it's not shown on the screen right now because frankly, I don't want to keep repeating. I can have it hold this little image for a little bit of time, and then I have to keep entering it, and so I'm not doing that till the end. You'll see it again at the end. But there's a little banner piece type deal in the upper right-hand corner. Now, what I just did there was a little bit of a trick. If you're pulling up these little stickers and there's those little middle pieces that you don't want in there and you're trying to get them out, I find, I saw this done somewhere, and I don't remember what it was. But if you go on the back side of the sticker sheet and kind of stick it and pull it up, it'll take them little baby pieces out of there, and that worked fine. And then there's this floral. I like this a lot. And then this is the friendship through the years. So there's kind of this neat little like timeline type stuff. And college happened to be one of the little elements that you can use. So I grabbed college off of there, and I'm going to put that on top of that floral. And of course, I'm using my foam tape. I love my foam tape. I need to mention. I always need to mention. So I'm going to get that ready. I will also tell y'all, y'all can't see this, but I'm sitting in a rocking chair on the outside of this crafting space, and it is so nice outside, y'all. The vitamin D is all over. It's a perfect temperature. I think it's like 72, 73, something like that. The birds are chirping. There's no real wind to speak of. It is just absolutely gorgeous, and I'm having a good time sitting out here on this rocking chair recording this video. All right, so now I got to pull my little sticky backs off my foam tape here. And I'll get back on that sticker sheet in just a second because I really need some additional little things. But again, I completely forget about that journaling thing, which kind of, I feel bad because I kind of had something picked out, I think. I don't remember what it was now, but oh well, it is what it is. I do find this, I start off with that mixed tape and then I go, no, I don't want that. And I put it back. And then I find that like frame looking thing that says thanks for being a friend. I go, okay, that looks pretty good. That's big enough. That's kind of like that tree in the Scraplift. And I put that there. And I did the same darn thing I did on the title. In this case, because it's fatter, I didn't worry about tearing it. But I sure as crap did. I stuck that right on that picture and didn't think about not, putting my foam down there. So, but it worked out because it was fat enough. Like I said, I could pull it up no problem. So I'm going to add my foam. And then I'm going to, I guess I'm just playing around trying to get the right amount of pieces there. And I'll stick that back on top of that photo. And that's taking the place of the little tree that's in the Scraplift in that lower right corner. And I will need to build that out some more because, again, I sit there and I'm thinking to myself, I need something on the right-hand side. And I just completely had a brain melt on that darn journal card. So I end up adding some other stuff. So I do fill it out, but it's not technically according to the sketch. Oh, well, it is what it is. It's just a scrapbook layout. It's not the end of the world. It's all right. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out where this little, this element here goes. And then I realized I forgot to put the glue on the foam. Y'all, again, I'm talking to somebody, right? I'm just over here chit-chatting away, and I'm not thinking about it. And the lady sitting next to me, she's like, I'll stop talking so you can concentrate. And I said, no, I can do this. I can do this and talk too. And I clearly cannot because I'm getting all distracted. All right, so here's where I'm kind of looking through this sticker sheet. I really need some other little things. I think this might be where I pull off them little teacups for the side over there. I'm not really certain. I don't know what I'm doing. Probably chit-chatting yet again. I'm going to cut over in a second because, of course, I'm just nattering, I'm sure, to somebody. So here's where I pull off. I've actually already pulled off the teacup thing, and I'm just finding the other little small pieces to kind of build out some of the cluster stuff. And I end up using the hearts, and there's a couple little hearts, and there's a little geotag with a heart in it, which is kind of cute. I stick that in the upper left corner, and I'm just kind of poking around. I find this little, I guess that looks a little bit like an Instagram like, to be honest with you. It's like a little speech bubble that I like. And then I go back to that mixtape. I go, yeah, I'm going to use that after all. I decided I'm going to use that after all, but I need it on foam. I have to have it on foam. So I'm going to go ahead and attach that, get my glue gun there. And like I said, I can't believe I forgot that dang journaling card. I guess that's acting as my journaling, right? Okay, then I decide I need to go get me some enamel dots. No, so sorry. First, I'm going to put this little bit of, it's not technically the title, it's just their names. It's just Brooke and Kelsey. I do not know where these letters came from. I've had them in my little letter stash. I'm certain I cannot remember. I'm sitting here mentally trying to think back. And I know it came with, like, I had white, I had black. I think I have some blue ones. I do not recall the maker. I put Brooke down, and I used the ampersand. I spelled Kelsey, but I end up having to move Kelsey over to the left because I put it too far to the right, and the Y ends up basically on the very, very edge, and I didn't like that, so I'll have to do that. I'll also end up coming in here. I don't know that the Scraplift has it. I want to say maybe not, but I stick some enamel dots, and then I do end up using my Dilutions. I think it's called Chalkboard Black. I think that's what it's called. It's a black. So I came in my craft in this retreat here, and I only brought white and black inks. I brought no other colors. I tried to be smart. I put a bunch of page kits together. This was actually, y'all, I got here 4.5 hours ago. This is the only page I finished. I normally can get a page done, unless it's just highly intricate, in about an hour anymore, and yeah, I definitely haven't. I'm just definitely not being efficient today. It's just too much chit-chatting. But that's okay. I made a new friend. She's a sweetheart. Name's Betty. She's 78. I'm loving it. She's a sweetheart. She says, I made a new friend, and she's so cute. Okay, so I got Brooke and Kelsey on there. And then I think this is where I'm going to go looking. Do I go looking? I got to get my enamel dots. I end up just using black enamel dots. Or do I do my sprinkle first? Y'all, I just did this and I don't even remember. I know I do enamel dots and I know I do sprinkles. Oh, enamel dots. Enamel dots it is. That's my first thing I'm going to do here. And again, I just use the black. I thought about the other colors, but honestly, with the floral having all the various different colors, I thought it might end up getting lost. So I just stick with black. And I use the, 3 different little sets there because I've got the upper right-hand corner, that lower left, or excuse me, lower right to the photograph, and then the upper left where I have the little geotags. It's a tiny little low cluster. So I add little dots up there. There we go. Just going to put the three little dots in each of the spots there. And then after I get these down, I'm looking again. This might be where I realize I forgot the journaling, but now that I say that, that may not be true either. I don't even know if I realized I forgot the journaling until after I show you guys the layout and I look over at the Scraplift. I'm like, oh my gosh, I completely forgot that journaling card. I don't really remember. Can y'all hear the birds? It's so pretty. Okay, so now I'm going off and getting my ink, I'm pretty sure at this point, because I know that's basically the last thing I do to it is I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of sprinkles. And let's see, where am I at? Yep, there I am. I had to get my little, I needed to be careful because this isn't my stuff. At home, I'm not as careful because I go, it's mine, and if I have to clean it, it's my problem. But this isn't my mat, this blue mat behind me, so I want to be a little bit careful. So I did get my little, what is that darn thing? I think Tim Holtz made that. I'm not even certain. That little craft mat is what it's called. It's craft mat. I don't remember who made it, but I feel like it might have been Tim Holtz, but I could be wrong. I got a little bit of sprinkles on my stickers that I didn't really want, so they're shiny, so it doesn't stick, which is good. At least not if you get it kind of immediately. Okay, so now there's the Scraplift up in the upper left corner there, and that's you can kind of see how mine compares, and you can kind of see the like I said, the missing journal spot. I'm going to pick this up in a second and show you real slow here. I say real slow. Anyway, there you go. There's some close-up, or you can see the whole layout, and then I'll show you the close-ups. Y'all, I'm keeping up. I'm gonna get some more layouts done here while I'm here, so I'm at least ahead. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and check out the couple of links below for the original and the 2 ladies that are hopping with me, Miss Kimberly and Miss Kristen. We'll talk soon. Bye.